Michael, could you just tell me? I mean, I've always found that that the Little Piggy Hoedown was just so like, huh? It was like, where did that come from? And you know, I knew you were in Disney, and I thought it had some Disney reference, but where did that come from? And it's such a fun thing, and the lyrics, the laughing pigs, it's always with me. So just a little bit about that song.
Well, actually, it didn't have anything to do with Disney. The poem, I wrote the song and I had the story. I thought of the story because I had the sound of the Little Piggy sound was sort of a sound that I could play on a polyphonic synthesizer, that the chord with the horrible modulation in it that I used to make the little piggy noises. And I had kind of invented this story to go with the song. And so I had the story and I had the song, but there was no poem like there is at the front of it now. And a friend of mine named Marvin Payoff, Marvin, who lives out in the wilds of Colorado now, who used to own a restaurant in Silverton, Colorado called Zhivago's, where I performed in 1974. And I performed there several times. It was one of the great times of my life. And the Little Piggy Hoedown, I believe I wrote in my basement one day. I have no idea where it came from. But Marvin took the idea of the story that I'd come up with, and he wrote, "Well, son, on the 4th of July at the county fair, we held a fiddling contest in the open air. There was Robin Roy, who was fair to middling, and that Crawford boy who could do some fiddling. But most folks figured Uncle Lem for the prize if young Kelly Custer didn't cut him down to size. Now at a crowded county fair, there's an awful lot of noise. So when the band marched by, why, you could hardly hear them guys. Then the hoochie coochie player from the Hoochie Coochie Show started into playing, and she wasn't playing low. And I can't remember the rest of the poem.
So that the lyrics were written by
Marvin Payoff. The lyrics are just a poem that I say at the beginning of the song, where I say, "Well, son," and I wrote the little piece that goes behind the poem after he did the poem. Because the song used to be just... And if you don't, you know the story, right? There's a county fair, and they're holding a fiddling contest, and every time the fiddles start to play, these little piggies start making these noises and interrupting the fiddle players, and then right in the middle of the fiddle contest, this like Marine Corps sounding band walks by. From the Marine Corps. and the clapping, and then they count the votes, and the story is that at the end of the fiddling contest they count the votes, and don't you just know it, son, why the piggies won, who were the ones interrupting the fiddling contest. Anyway, that's the story of the Little Piggy Hoedown, and